Hey, how's it going guys? Welcome back for another TOS video. Alright, so this will be part 2 of my so-called inventory showcase because I wanted to do like a tips. Right, to give you guys great tips in TOS so that you guys can have a good start in 2016. Like have a better knowledge of this game, right? Or to play the game better. Right, so of course this channel is been there to help you guys. So here it is, TOS tips. Increasing card versatility. Right, so what I mean here is I know some of you guys have only like one team, like one strong team, and then the other ones are like still building. Right, you guys have the card, but it's all under leveled, and then you're just like slowly leveling them up. Right, I know some of you guys have asked me like, oh my gosh, you got this card like yesterday, and today is at max level. How do you do it? Right, stuff like that. Right, so I would say that all these things that I'm gonna show you guys now need some sort of investment. Right, not in terms of your own cash, but in terms of your time in TOS. Right, it is greatly appreciated. So if you guys follow step by step, I'm very sure that you guys will thank me later on. Alright, so card versatility. How to build up a team as fast as possible, or tips on getting new cards, right? Like new cards you need like diamonds to draw. Like obviously you need diamonds to draw cards, right? And yeah, with this I'm gonna move on to the first tip. Alright, let's go. Alright, so first and foremost, the most important thing I would say is you must have cards like Jiaro, or what's the other guy's name? Alright, wait, let me just find that guy for a moment. Alright, or you have this guy. Right, these are, I will call them soul cards, because the leader skill, they are there for you to farm souls. Right, like today is Sunday. Is there Days of Soul? I can't even remember. Give me a moment. Right, Days of Souls. Right, so if you are gonna just get any one of them, either Jiaro or the other guy, and then you just have to partner the partner. Alright, like if you use Jiaro, you gotta find a guy. If you have the guy, go find ally Jiaro. Alright, so basically what I'm trying to say here, save souls for soul cards. Alright, so the amount of souls that you have now, you have to prioritize on feeding all those souls to this Jiaro or the other card. Alright, so why? Is because once you invest all that souls on Jiaro, I would say let's just call it Jiaro here. Alright, and then you go for every weekend, you just go for Days of Souls in the advanced level. Alright, and try to farm. So if you have Jiaro ameliorated 4 and then your ally, the other guy, ameliorated 4 as well, the last wave is definitely an Arcane Luster. Alright, which gives 50 souls. Alright, you hear that right? Every run you will have at least 50 souls. So you just rinse and repeat, and then whatever souls that you have pumped into Jiaro, you are gonna get it back very quickly. Alright, so I understand before this so-called investment begins, if you guys are very low on souls, you have like joint operations, right? They give out massive amounts of souls, right? So you got to save all those souls, and then you got to focus on all these soul cards to get things rolling, right? To get the ball rolling. Alright, so that will be step 1 of your investment plan. Alright, so with this done, I'm gonna show you guys step 2. Alright, so we're here at part 2. So after you ameliorate your Jiaro or the other person, and you farm tons of souls. So now we say what? Now what? Alright, now I got like so many souls, now what? Alright, so step 2, here it is. Ameliorate 4 all the soulstone ducks or dogs that you have. Alright, so understand that these water, fire, earth ducks are no longer available, and they are being replaced by the Komainu fire, water, earth. Alright, so they are the same cards, just different artwork. Alright, so ameliorate 4 your soulstone duck or dogs. Alright, to get things rolling for part 2. Alright, so mainly what this card does is on as you guys see from left to right is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Alright, these cards are the emergency battle cards. Alright, whereby you put them as leader and then you ally another one with ameliorated 4. Note, it has to be ameliorated 4 as well for your ally. And then for the last battle of the emergency battle, you will definitely have a prime soul stone, and this is where you do your card farming. Alright, those cards that are low level that needs power leveling, I'll call this power leveling because in that 1 hour you can definitely max out one card at least. Alright, if the card is on EXP up, like you will definitely get brilliant or perfect, that's even faster. Alright, so with this and it's gonna be faster to farm if you guys have like PR Nerza in it, so just move like random runes and then Nerza will do the killing. Alright, so with this you definitely speed up all your farming speed, alright, for all the cards that you're looking to max or looking for team to max, right? Way faster. Alright, so with this, having said that, please refrain using keys, the black hole keys, to kind of like enter those soulstone battles. Alright, I know some of you guys are like desperate for that soulstone and you guys enter black hole to kind of hunt that prime soulstone battle. Alright, please don't do that. It's 7 keys, it's really a waste. Right, so with this, I'm not gonna explain that now. I'm gonna explain that in the next point. Right, so part 2, ameliorate 4 your soulstone cards. Right, very important. Right, so with this, I'm gonna move on to part 3. Alright, next up, as I mentioned earlier, be very wise with your black keys. Do not spend it on like soulstones. Like you can see, I understand that you can see that mine gate to aperture, purified soulstones, and the soulstones one below are cleared, meaning I played before. Right, last time I didn't know this and I actually farmed soulstones using black keys, which is a big waste of black keys. Alright, because keys are not being, I would say, it's not advised to be used that way. Alright, so what are the keys for? If you guys ask me, if I don't use it on that battle, what am I going to use it for? Right, basically it is used to hunt power release materials. Alright, so if you take a look at Gate of Riddles here, although it's a new outside, I've actually cleared majority of it. Alright, you can see that you can actually hunt for 1 PR material for 50 keys, and currently you can see I'm always having keys above 50. Alright, so in any case I need 1 power release material, I can just farm it straight away. Right, so you can see I actually farm Memory Traveler, Honor, Cryptid, Mosasaur, as well as the Fin material. Right, so it's for you guys to farm power release materials instead of wasting your keys on soulstones as well as evolve materials. Right, so refrain yourself from taking to hunt materials. I know that it's 100% drop in the black hole. Like it's definitely gonna drop like the biggest form of the evolved materials, like the swords, the honeymoon, or the crystal dragon. Right, but it's not worth the keys. Right, hope you guys understand that. Right, and it's wise to stock up on evolved materials whenever the day comes. Like if you guys do not know, Tuesdays are for swords, Wednesday is honeymoon, Thursday is what's that thing called? Crystal dragons, and then Friday will be that your colored evolved materials. Alright, so just hunt it from there, and if you missed it, just wait for another week and then just hunt it from there. Alright, so anyway, retain your keys for power release materials. This is why I managed to power release so many cards. Even though like Madhead give us like free Honor, free Memory Traveler from like weekly battles and stuff like that. You can actually have more if you follow my advice. Alright, so you can see here how do I still have PR materials? Right, you can see here I still have like all these like elf material, demon materials as a standby. Alright, I do have honors in my reward box. Alright, all these are just sitting there waiting for the next update or next PR. So whenever they happen, I already have the PR materials to power release them. Alright, so with this, that'll be part 3. Be wise with your black keys. So hopefully you guys have like more. You guys will organize your black key usage from now on. Alright, so with this, off to the next tip. Alright, so tip number 4 isn't really much about power leveling. So other than doing your leveling up your card's level, what's left is skill level. Right? So what's the point of having a all max full level card when your skill level is 1? Right? CD is just absolutely high. It's just trash as well. You can't use it because the CD is so high. Alright, so tip number 4 is to keep feeder cards. Right? What are feeder cards? Feeder cards are just like cards that are normally dropped from weekly battle or just those normal battles that you think that are trash, but they are not. Alright, so you can see that one example here would be let's go to this. I know, right? Remember the latest weekly battle that we have, the one that drops like this card. Alright, let me find it. Alright, look at this. Right, looks crappy, right? It's just the same as the active skill is the same as Great Schema of Water or Archimandrite of Water. Alright, so they are not. Alright, take note of the number of stars they have when they drop. Right, it can be evolved, meaning that just take a look. Alright, you can see here, once they evolve, look at the active skill. Alright, it's actually active skill for Su Xiaoxue. Alright, so all these are called feeder cards. You just like feed them with like gnomes and stuff like that. They reach all max. Evolve them and feed it to the various cards. Alright, one example, you can see that that Su Xiaoxue, that card there is actually, I'm still feeding it. It's not max skill yet. One example, alright, one very perfect example here is to keep those feeder cards even though you don't have the main card itself. Alright, as most of you guys know, I do not have Water Babylon Atrahasis, but I do have Atrahasis feeder card inside my inventory. Alright, so let's just take a while and find it. It's just somewhere, I remember. Alright, so why do I keep it? It's like out of nowhere when I do Diamond Seal Draw, I got Atrahasis. Alright, good for me, right? So immediately I can feed this card to Atrahasis, and hence I have a max skill Atrahasis right away. Alright, so this is just planning ahead so that you guys can get like the max skill, max level card as fast as possible. Alright, so I'm just stating out a few feeder cards. There are of course tons of feeder cards out there. Right, you just got to look out for them. Right, so with this that's like the main tip for skill leveling cards, right, for feeder cards. Right, so with this just a few more extra tips here, so I'm just gonna move on to tip number 5. Alright, so last but not least, this isn't really tip number 5, but it's just an extra advice for me, from me to you. Alright, it's a bonus tip. Alright, so what I have in mind is just use your diamonds only when needed. Alright, so I know TOS has been giving like 1 diamond every day, so it's very easy to kind of stock up your diamonds, but please use it only when it's absolutely needed. Alright, so this is pretty much more for the free-to-play players, because I know diamonds are very precious items for you guys. They do not come by very often as compared to pay-to-play players. They can just access the shop, boom, 150 diamonds. Alright, so you guys as free-to-play players, you got to manage your diamonds very carefully. Alright, so what I advise you guys is to use all the diamonds to kind of only expand like inventories. Alright, so inventory expansion is actually quite important. As I mentioned earlier, all those feeder cards, if you guys accumulate a lot of them, they take up space. Right, so hence you need to expand your inventory to a decent size in order to accommodate all the cards that you have. Alright, nextly, what the fuck? Alright, secondly, draw only when it's absolutely necessary. Alright, so I know some of you guys, free-to-play players, very excited when you guys get like 5 diamonds, like, oh my gosh, I got 5 diamonds, I can do a draw. Alright, so you guys need to stop it. Alright, uh, you you guys have already so limited diamonds. Alright, it's not advisable for you guys to like spam diamond draw whenever you get like 5 diamonds. Alright, it doesn't work that way. TOS don't work that way. Alright, in my opinion. Alright, so what I advise you guys is to save up your diamonds, resist that temptation. Alright, so whenever there is like a bonus draw, alright, or like take a look at your team setup. What mono are you running? Let's say if you're running mono water, alright, you guys will want to draw only when it's like water weekly bonus. Alright, you guys know what I mean. Let's take a look. Today is fire. Alright, so if you guys running a mono water and you guys want to do a draw, you guys feel good, you want to do a draw. Alright, so it's advisable to only draw if you're not looking for any particular card. You guys will want to draw when it's like a water bonus, right? Higher chance of getting water cards. So in a way, you try to buff up the current mono that you have before reaching out to other colors. You know what I mean? Right, having said that, even though you draw at water bonus week, doesn't mean that you will only get water bonus. Alright, it's just high chance of getting water, and at the same time, if you guys get like other attributes, then good, then maybe it's good because you can slowly build up other attributes. At the same time, you're trying to buff up your water team. Alright, hopefully you guys know where I'm coming from. And yeah, with that, and whenever there's a 200% increase in whatever series, and you decide to do a draw, right? That's when you kind of like unleash your diamonds, alright, from all that you have accumulated. So in that case, in that way, you get the cards that you want instead of blindly drawing and then end up getting stuff that you do not need. Alright, so that's my opinion in diamond usage in TOS. Alright, so with this, that'll be it for all the TOS tips that I have. Alright, even though I'm like talking, I just realized it's actually quite a long video as well. Alright, so with this, hopefully you guys have my insight on TOS. This is how I play my game, and it's just my advice to you guys. So hopefully you guys have learned something in this video, and then you guys can start 2016 fresh in TOS. Alright, so with this, I'm gonna end this video here. Thank you so much for watching, and then I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye bye.